Now we're going to come across one of the most well-known textual variants in the Bible. It comes from John chapter 5 in the story of the man who was healed at the pool of Bethesda. Here's where it gets interesting. Depending on which translation of the Bible you're reading, you may or may not have verse 4, which says, "For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first, after the stirring of the water, was made well of whatever disease he had." Now here's the question. Why is there a verse 4 in the King James and the New King James, but not in the more modern translations like the ESV, NIV, or NASB? The answer is simple. It's because the earliest and most reliable Greek manuscripts, like Codex Sinaiticus and Codex Vaticanus from all the way back in the 4th century, did not contain verse 4. When the King James was being translated in the 1600s, they did not have access to these earlier manuscripts since they weren't discovered until the 1800s. Instead, the King James translators relied on later manuscripts from the 12th to 15th centuries that did contain verse 4. So where did verse 4 come from? Scholars believe that verse 4 was likely a marginal note that a scribe inserted into the text to explain why people were waiting by the pool. So again, what likely happened is that early scribes who were familiar with Jewish traditions added a marginal note about the belief that an angel was stirring the pool. And that marginal note was later copied into the main body of the text.